You won't want to miss our latest installment of Real Footage, the web video series with Tim Davis inside Studio A, all about Alfred Hitchcock Presents, coming up right now, right here, just for you. Good evening, and welcome back to another edition of Real Footage, the web video series with Tim Davis inside Studio A, right here at Tim D Productions. What better time to talk about the Master of Suspense than in October of 2014? Alfred Hitchcock, this topic, this time in this edition of Real Footage. Alfred Hitchcock Presents was on the air on the CBS television network for a total of 10 seasons. The show ran for 7 seasons in the half-hour format and seasons 8 through 10 in the hour-long format. Almost every single season included up to closely 39 episodes per season. A lot of the older shows of the 50s and 60s had very large seasons which ran regularly from the beginning of September until late May, sometimes into early June. So each of these shows contains many guest stars and many episodes per season. Now, in the mid-2000s, Universal Studios Home Entertainment began to release the program for the first time on DVD. And since then, on occasion, new seasons are released somewhere within between 2 to 3 years, depending on the mood of the studio at the time of when they decide upon the next release. Seasons 1 through 6 are currently available on DVD, 6 being the most recent, put out not too long ago. What differs between them season by season, the quality is there in every release. Season 1, which is what I am holding here, color-coded in purple, was released on double-sided DVDs, while seasons 2 through 5 are released on single-sided DVDs. Now, the most recent season release of Alfred Hitchcock Presents on DVD is that of season 6, and that is a made-on-demand release, which means it is somewhat like the others, but when you order it through either Amazon.com or through another site, it is made specifically for you there by copies and then put onto DVDs, which are somewhat similar to regularly pressed DVDs, but they are a little bit different in appearance when you see them within the set. Also, there might be some difference in the packaging material as well in the season 6 set compared to seasons 1 through 5. Now, as of currently, as this video is being made in October of 2014, season 7 is not available at the current time, but they have released the first 6 seasons. Season 6 wasn't released that long ago, so I have strong hope that 7 will soon follow. And then seasons 8 through 10, which are the hour version of the program, hopefully will also see the light of day in the DVD market as well. There are some very good episodes of that show in the hour format. My most favorite episode of this series has to be the episode from season 4, season 3, which actually features Barbara Bel Geddes, which later went into star in the TV show Dallas. She is featured in a season 3 episode titled Lamb to the Slaughter. A very gripping tale. If you're not really a fan of suspense or the macabre theme of a TV show or movies, then Alfred Hitchcock Presents or the Alfred Hitchcock Hour is not a show that you would probably want to watch alone late at night. But if you are into this genre of television and film, Alfred Hitchcock is definitely the master of the area. And it is highly recommended by me, of course, to follow up on his show either by seeing it occasionally when it is on TV and reruns or by purchasing the individual DVD sets. The show has been very popular over the years in reruns, airing on cable TV networks such as Nick at Night, TV Land, Chiller, and most recently MeTV, which is currently running the show. Depending on your area in which you live in different time slots. I remember seeing the show originally for myself back in the early 1990s, and I have to admit that I was not exactly a fan of Alfred Hitchcock Presents when I was that age, being around 9 or 10 years old. I was more into sitcoms from the 60s and 70s, but then as the years went on and I got a little bit older, I decided to study up on Alfred Hitchcock and really follow the genius behind his shows, and that's what made me begin to like his show. There's very gripping tales. Some episodes, like all shows, are better than others, but for the most part, they feature many big-time guest stars, and they are definitely worth watching again and again. And being that these shows contain very large seasons, there's constantly something for everybody, either from the guest star or for the storylines. Another fascinating and interesting part of the show I like the most is when Alfred Hitchcock does his intros and outros before and after each show. In the beginning, he'll give you some ideas of what the story you're about to see on screen is going to be about, and then usually at the end, he'll wrap it up. He'll also be usually included with props behind him to illustrate the story which you are about to see. As the years go on and as the seasons go on, I believe that his intros and outros become better. Sometimes I think I enjoy them more than the actual episodes, but it's all part of the charm of the show, a show which was filmed entirely throughout its run in black and white, and then later in its final 3 seasons was made into an hour-long format, because at that time a lot of the shows in the 60s were very dramatic and getting into the hour-long format, so Hitchcock did it as well. Norman Lloyd, which served as a director on the show, was almost there entirely for the show's entire run. He was also featured a lot in some of the stories as a character. So Alfred Hitchcock Presents, a true classic from the golden days of television, and now available on DVD for fans to enjoy. Seasons 1 through 6 currently are available. 7 sometime in the near future we can hope for. And also one day down the road we'll maybe be able to get a chance to see the hour-long formats released, most especially in the Region 1 format. The show has been released in other regions, but currently in the USA for the Region 1 format, it is currently not available. But you can catch it if you're lucky in reruns on some of the cable TV networks if they're on in your area. Or if you would like, you could pick up some of the DVD sets and enjoy the Master of Suspense at his finest. So until next time, thank you for joining us for this spooky edition of Real Footage, the web video series with Tim Davis inside Studio 8 at Tim D Productions. Comments and questions, please don't hesitate to write them in the comment section, either here on YouTube or on Facebook, and we'll share in the conversation and join in the fun of this show. So until next time, thank you for joining us for another edition of Real Footage. I'm Tim Davis, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Some additional follow-up facts about the series as well. The show ran for a total of 10 seasons, making an incredible 360 episodes throughout those 10 years. The show also, besides airing on the CBS television network, also aired for some time on NBC as well. And the opening theme is known as the Funeral March of a Marionette. Just some fun facts about a television show from the classic days of the golden days of television. Thank you for joining us.